Hello and welcome to Buddies Much. As always, I'm Sean.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Chase.
And today we're going to be talking about the best and worst of entertainment in 2021. But first, we wanted to get into the holiday spirit, get into a little bit of gift giving. We're doing a giveaway. Go ahead and comment your favorite Avenger down below. We'll be giving out some Avengers playmats once we hit 50 subs.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yep, put a comment down below and for your chance to win.
Free.
So let's get into it. Like the best entertainment of 2021.
Specifically like movies, TV shows, right? We're doing like a best and a worst, like the
Movies, TV shows, video games.
Yeah, movies, TV shows.
The top
video
hit
games.
and the one that fell flat, right?
That's the one.
All right.
I actually wrote a lot down. So like,
oh really?
I don't think that this will be in any like particular order. It's more just like
Fair enough.
good ones and bad ones. Okay. I don't know if I could actually rank like. I bet I could, but I don't know if I wanted to devote that kind of time.
I guess we'll start with Chase. Should we do? You want to do movies first
Well, okay. So, favorite movie
of 2021?
of 2021, unfortunately, was Fast and Furious 9.
Oh, Fast 9.
Okay.
The only reason why it's unfortunate is because John Cena's in it, and he is a god-awful actor. I hate John Cena. But he gives a lot to charity, so...
I
That's
mean,
a Comic-Con
he
joke.
does like what's it called?
Make-A-Wish?
That's what it's called. Make-A-Wish. He does a lot of Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah, he does. So is this just because your favorite movies of all time are the Fast and Furious?
Oh, yeah.
So it just had to.
Oh, yeah.
It just had to go in there.
How does it hold up? Like the franchise is Fast 9 like pretty good
It's
as far as Fast 9
down
goes?
a little bit. It's okay. But
So, like-
it's like with everything these days, things are getting more quippier, more cheesier.
Oh, yeah, all right.
But
Fast
I mean,
9
I still loved it just because it's still part of the whole franchise, and they haven't like totally sold that. So
Sold out?
they're not sellouts yet. I mean, they got Spy Racers, whatever, on Netflix, but I don't.
So you're gonna have to
don't
remind me.
think
What
about
were
that.
some of the ridiculous stunts in Fast 9?
Well, they
Was that the one where they jump building to building?
no, that was Fast and Furious 7.
Oh, okay.
So Fast 9,
I'm behind.
it's where they
a master of cinema.
Fast 9, one of the most ridiculous parts, besides the one weapon that they like overused, they had like these magnets in every vehicle so they could push or pull, but they were like insane magnets that technology like that, not even real, but whatever, it's fantasy. But it's there's one scene in it where they're trying to pretty much jump a big cavern, from one island to the other, and there's a drawbridge, like little like rope bridge that is already, it's like gone out, and so Dominic Toretto's driving, like speeds up, gets like the post like hooked in the wheel, and swings from one island to the next.
Gosh.
Wow.
Whoa.
And so, yeah, just Georgia the Jungled that car, but
Okay.
I mean, I still liked it. They ended up making some pretty fun little comments with pretty much one of the theories in the show is that everyone's invincible and can't die.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And
Except for Paul Walker.
but they ended up making him, like one of the guys in the show was making those comments. It's like, dude, I didn't die. Like, I just took on an army of people, and like,
He meta
like,
it.
yeah,
They're
That's
self-aware.
self-aware
Wow.
a little bit, but
Okay.
then they also sent a car into space. So that was
Well, at what point in that franchise do you think it stopped being about cars and started being
'Cause
more fantasy?
That's not driving. Like if you're in space, aren't you piloting?
I mean, it's a car. They're in a Pontiac Fiero. So
All right, that's fair enough.
driving
Fair
it through
enough.
space. Like if you have a flying car, when does it switch from driving to flying?
I get when you enter the atmosphere.
I don't know. But,
I don't know. It gets sticky. It gets. I don't know.
Okay.
but the thing is, I love those movies just because they're super ridiculous.
Sure.
But I don't know.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
Well,
What about you, Sean? Best movie of 2021. Your
Ag-
top pick.
Again, I don't want to
The
say
big
like
cheese.
it's my favorite. Like one that I didn't hate going to. But isn't that the standard these
so
days? Isn't that the
cynical,
standard
though. Like
that like So I went to a lot of movies in theaters this year, but I think the one that I kind of walked out not in a bad mood was Dune.
Really?
So I never read the book, and I never saw like the original Dune forever ago. So I went into this franchise totally blind. So I mean, maybe ignorance is bliss, but I thought it was really pretty visually. Like it was good. It was a good movie. Like they had their fantasy thing. I think my one gripe with it is that it was kind of just a setup for everything else to come.
That's what I've heard. The people again, I didn't see the movie, but the people I talked to were like, "Oh, a 2-hour trailer for Dune 2."
Pretty much.
Yeah,
like if you go in like totally blind, there's going to be a lot of names thrown at you and like at a lot of places, and you're just like, well, but Hoobity Daka needs to go to Hibbity Dibbity Doo town, and it's like I just can't keep the name straight. So
Sure.
so it a lot of information comes at you really fast. But I thought it was a great movie. Like again, maybe ignorance is bliss.
Your
but
top movie. Just kidding. Of
I
20
mean, of a very slim pickings pool.
that's true. We didn't have a ton of releases this year just due to the pandemic and everything.
It was funny planning this episode. I think Sean asked us like, "Oh, what are like the top 10 grossing films this year?" And Andrew and I guessed 9 out of 10.
9 out
Nine.
of 10 of them, yeah.
Turns out 007 came out this year.
Yeah, I forgot about that
No
one.
Time to Die, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, there's time.
But I mean, of course, like the box office busters or the Marvel movies, but
Yeah.
I don't really like the direction that Marvel's going. Like, I feel like people expect me to say Venom, but like it was pretty scathing to Venom. Like,
But we're still going to review them, so don't you
that's
worry.
right. We never did do Dune.
No, we didn't.
That's all right.
I didn't get around to seeing it,
Maybe
honestly.
we'll do
It's a
that.
trailer.
We might loop back around.
I was not impressed.
Maybe
with
maybe
Dune.
we'll do a Dune 1 review in time for Dune 2.
Dune was visually stunning, but
It
just
looked good.
felt like politics in a sandstorm. It was pretty much like.
Really?
I
don't know.
thought it was all right.
What about you, Andrew?
Yeah, best movie.
The best movie of 2021, in my opinion.
Can I guess?
No, I'm going to announce
Okay,
it.
okay, he's gonna say it.
Was A Quiet Place 2.
I knew it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was gonna
I-
say.
I really liked this movie. I thought it was really good. It's one of the rare instances where I thought the sequel was a lot better than the first one.
That's actually on my list. I think.
Really?
Quiet Place 2.
Yeah. Not only that, we've actually done a review of this movie. If you haven't watched it, go click back on some of our previous videos.
It was
We
one of our
do-
early videos.
Yeah, Quiet Place 2. But again, to reiterate some of the things I liked from this movie, I thought the casting was very well done.
Yep.
Cillian Murphy killed it as the neighbor guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He takes in the kids. Some of my favorite scenes is when the kid is locked. Oh, spoilers. Big old plate of spoilers. When the kid's locked in the safe, or not the safe, it's the
Boiler or
The
something.
boy and the baby.
yeah, it's in that
The
like,
incinerator.
It's
the
like
incinerator.
incinerator,
yeah.
Thank you. The incinerator, and they start losing oxygen. Oh, that got me.
It gets you going.
But no, I think I liked the direction that they were going with the movie, and I liked that it literally started right as the first one ended.
Oh, yeah.
I was afraid it was going to be like a time skip or this weird prequel, and yeah, I liked that they picked up where it left off, and I thought, again, to reiterate some of the old points, I really liked that the kids were the heroes in that.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was a little unpredictable in that way, but at the same time it kind of got me in my feels. As far as predictions for that movie, I would love to see like a prequel to see how all of these monsters came to Earth.
You mean like where the asteroid came from?
Yeah, like where the asteroid came from, and then when it hits, to see like a different perspective, because we get kind of like a farm perspective.
Oh,
like
you
I want to
wanna
see like
Ground Zero.
Yeah, I want to see Ground Zero. I want to see like the big city.
Okay.
Kind of a thing. So anyway, I'm rambling. That is, in my opinion, the best movie of 2021. Let's talk about the worst.
So the
ones.
worst.
the ones that fell short.
I
And we-
actually want to
we-
go last on this one because I feel like you guys are gonna steal. I wrote down like 4.
We're good at complaining, so this will be a good, this will be a good
This
section.
is an easy one for me. There's a lot of bad movies this
Do you
year.
want me to go, or you good, Chase?
Well, I don't want to pick the same one Sean wants to pick.
Don't worry about it, bro. I have a bunch over here.
Okay,
I've only got 2.
then you go.
Okay. The worst movie, and I barely got through this movie. I almost turned it off, was the new Space Jam. Space Jam. New Legacy, I think it is.
Oh yeah. I have that
Good
written down.
Lord, this was a terrible movie. This is a movie that did not need to be made. It was very much just stroking LeBron James's ego. I mean, he's a great basketball player. As far as acting, it was a little cringe. It was hard to watch. The plot was just very surface level. We're stuck in a video game. The mechanics of the game made absolutely no sense. I get that's the point, but it still just irked me that there were no defined rules.
Did you like the original Space Jam? Just out of
I
curiosity.
do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Michael Jordan, and I thought the Looney Tunes were the Looney Tunes in
Fair enough.
Space Jam.
And they're like bringing in like the Matrix and Rick and Morty and like
Yeah.
trying to be like trying to appeal to sort of the modern day cartoons, and it I don't think it really worked.
They did my girl Lola Bunny dirty.
Very dirty.
Yeah, they reanimated her. There was no what's the guy's name? Pepe Le Pew.
I heard about
He
that.
got canceled.
That they got
yeah.
rid of him because he was like being too sexually aggressive or something.
Cancel
like that.
him.
Yeah, he got canceled. Again, I cannot rag on this movie enough. It was hard to get through this movie. It was.
I believe it.
Anyway, don't go see it. Actually, just you're better off. Yeah. Did you see it, Chase? I think you did.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty
Anything
bad.
to add?
No, I've kind of tried to block it out. So, I guess I'll go. So, worst movie I've seen this year. Well, the worst 2021 movie I've seen this year was either Space Jam, was pretty close, or the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh, really?
I fell asleep during that
Mortal
one.
Kombat was pretty bad.
It was a
Okay.
letdown, and that's maybe why it's like a little bit worse for me.
Okay.
Because
and they're like trying to peddle their own like fanfic character into it. Like I even forget the main character's name, but this was just some dude that they made up. Like it's not Liu Kang. It's just some guy who's like just some regular old karate master,
it
and they
felt
like
like
throw him
not
into the
Mortal
tournament
Kombat.
with people like Goro and Liu Kang and
Didn't they have some people from Outworld that like weren't from Outworld or something like that? I'm trying. I don't remember a ton of the movie, but
yeah,
again, neither do I. I
very
fell asleep.
forgettable.
yeah,
I think we all watched it together, like the day it came out. Here.
yeah. It actually released on a streaming service, and that was like our first time using a streaming service instead of a movie theater. Thank heavens we didn't go to the theater.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I would have been upset if I
Waste
paid for that.
of money.
Yeah, there were a couple cool parts, but that doesn't redeem it.
Really? Well, Sean, you go next.
So I have a bit of a two-parter. They're both DC movies. First is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh yeah.
I understand that there are some people who are like, it's so much better than the original Justice League. That is not a very high bar. Like, if the original Justice League was crap, then Zack Snyder's Justice League was crap in slow motion. like
funny.
I mean, it just took the same horrible plot and stretched it out.
So you are talking about the Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut.
Okay, yeah.
I think the original Justice League came out a little bit before.
yeah,
Snyder cut came
you're
out
right.
this year.
You're right.
As a sort of tag along to that, because I don't feel that this movie even deserves a full slot, was Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
I
hated
forgot Suicide Squad came out.
I just kind of like throw the movies that I don't like. Just like I try to just
like,
erase
don't
my
worry
memory
about-
banks.
Oh man, if I could go through this journal, it's full of just oh, I hate this and I hate that.
Yeah, Suicide Squad was pretty bad.
It was stupid jokes and bad acting and terrible writing, and the only thing that they did well was probably just like the costumes and the effects, like,
yeah, I agree.
and maybe not even that.
I remember just so much of that movie being utterly pointless, where they're trying to find, I think it's Colonel Flag. They're trying to find Colonel Flag, and they invade the jungle. They kill all those people, and Colonel Flag's like, "Oh wait, they're on our side." And you're like,
We're just
"All
hanging
right."
out.
So that was kind of pointless. And then they're like, "All right, now we go kill Starro." Oh, wait, no, we got to go get Harley Quinn. But Harley Quinn saves herself.
Yep.
Utterly pointless. It's like, okay, now we go kill Starro. and then finally the last like 20 minutes of the movie, Ratcatcher just solos it. Like,
And then
Serious.
Ratcatcher 2.
Why did anyone else
Sorry.
have to
and it
be
must
there?
have done so well that they're gonna give freaking John Cena
Oh.
a TV
I
show.
heard about that. The Peacemaker's getting
Okay.
like his own TV show.
But
Well, we saw
Peacemaker-
the trailer.
Peacemaker
Yeah.
is
That- oh.
only going to be a TV show because it was played by John Cena. That's kind of what irks me. Is like, if they cast someone other than John Cena, you would not have had a Peacemaker show.
No,
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. No way. No way.
I don't get why people like him.
I mean, I don't like have ill will towards him. I don't like
I
him
know,
or
I know.
dislike him. But just like the fact that it's like, oh, it's John Cena, we can cash in on this D. Like Peacemaker's a D-list character from Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
right? Like he's not the
Yeah.
focal point.
Literally,
It's kind of
okay.
like the Hawkeye show. Like, why did this need to be? Oh, I'm ranting. Why
No,
did this need to be-
actually, no one knew who Peacemaker was before that movie came
Yeah.
out. Absolutely no one. If you say you know who Peacemaker was, you're lying.
or you're lying. Oh, and they did
Oh, boy.
they did King Shark so dirty in that movie.
Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, they did have that one scene where he was like, "Oh, they're gonna eat me," but not really.
Nah, he was just a goofball.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
Not about like movies and stuff, but so we know that movies this year were not great.
No.
But the TV shows this year,
We had some good ones.
Pretty good.
We had some
Pretty
really
good TV
ones.
shows.
some pretty good ones,
Couple of
Yeah.
bangers.
some bad ones, some not great ones.
Yeah.
What are you guys' favorite TV shows this year? I have three.
You start us off, man. You seem ready.
I have a top three.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if I say these top three, then it might be the
No,
your
just say
two.
one. Just say
okay,
one.
just say one. But they're so good. Okay, I just finished. So I binged the whole second season of The Witcher.
Oh, that just
Oh.
came out.
Yeah,
Like,
just
just barely.
Well,
So
like
I
last week.
I watched the first episode with you last week. It was pretty good actually.
Like after we got back from Spider-Man,
Yeah.
binged,
Just the whole thing.
binged it. Oh
And so that's your top show of 2021.
no, it's one of them.
One of them. Okay.
There's two others,
That's fair.
but
That's
I
fair.
I love The Witcher.
See, you say there's two others, and I feel like he's going to say one, and I'm going
You
to say
are.
the other.
You guys will. So
So we pass it off then, so you don't.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Steal it? All right, I'll go. The best show, and I really liked this show, Invincible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I loved Invincible. I loved it so much. I read the entire comic series, and I think it's the highest thing, like on our podcast that I've given it the highest rating. I think of everything so far.
What was that? Like
9.2 or 9.4. I think it was a 9.4.
Okay.
But I loved everything about it. I think this is a show that did superheroes correctly. It had a really good balance.
It showed
of-
like actual struggle and
yeah, it had actual. And again, I had never heard of Invincible. I hadn't heard of the comics. When I watched the show, I was just like, this is very like cartoony. It's going to be like, you know, one of the older like Justice League movies or something like
Yeah.
that. It wasn't. It was very gory, which is
Yeah.
cool. I loved it. And it actually had a lot of emotion in it when Omni-Man leaves and Mark is very upset and
Yeah.
the mom becomes an alcoholic and she does in the comics.
in the comic.
Right.
Sorry, did they not show that in the show?
I don't
She
think-
she like drinks a couple glasses of wine, but it doesn't get like hardcore into like the alcoholism.
In the comics,
Yet.
in the comics, she hits the bottle a
Get
little hard.
your hopes up.
But no, I loved Invincible. I thought it was just it was a breath of fresh air in the superhero game. for
Really
me.
compelling characters that like actually sort of blur the line between good and evil. And,
Yeah, exactly. Like
and it's very compelling.
yeah, and you know, even the bad guys, like again, like we call them villains, but they don't think they're villains. They think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
And I love that aspect where the moral line gets a little blurred, and you're like, well, I don't know, he's got a point there, the bad guy.
Yeah,
But anyway, Invincible, go watch it. Great show.
great
that was
show.
my number. That's
Oh, that was in there.
and I know what's coming next, Sean.
I am a big fan of League of Legends, lore, especially. So when they came out with a TV show, League of Legends Arcane on Netflix, oh, I was ready.
It's a good show.
And I thought I was ready. and it came out, and I was like, it's too good.
I remember you were telling me about it, and I was just like, this is going to be terrible.
I was in the same boat. I was
Terrible.
so skeptical.
First
Really?
episode locked me in. Oh,
Well, again, if you watch our previous episode on Arcane, I thought that they were just going to show their hand really quickly. And what I mean by that is that they were just going to be like, here's everything from League of Legends packed into like a one series season. And it was just going to be all flash, no story.
Honestly,
I could not be more wrong. It was not that.
I'm sure the writers tried really, really hard not to do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the lore is so interconnected that this person knows this person, and this person created this person, and they're all interacting with each other, and it goes all over the world. So like you get into one character's lore, and you can actually go on like League of Legends website. I think it's called I don't know, but
I don't remember.
But you can go onto like the website and look up character lore, and it'll show you like these are characters that this person knows, and click on that one, page of lore. These are characters that this person knows. Click on that one, page of lore, and they're all interconnected. So I'm sure that it was hard to find a line to draw, but I think they found it and still tell a very compelling story.
It's important to know, even like you might be like sitting there rolling your eyes like, oh, League of Legends, but if you don't know League of Legends, if you've never played the game, you can still watch the show. That's how good it is. Like,
that's true.
You can just pick it up as a fantasy story, and if you do play League, it's just a couple Easter egg, or it's just more important, I guess, more meaningful to you.
Yeah,
because you can connect with the characters more. But I mean, Silco, what a villain!
Oh, and Silco's not even in the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
anyway, great show. So we've done movies, we've done shows.
well, we've got to do worse TV shows now.
Oh, we did not do worse. You're right. I like to just
he's
put those out of my mind.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying I didn't actually finish this show.
It was that bad.
Yeah. So I even wasn't like a huge fan of this show as a kid. But I started watching it because I had like the action figures, and I watched a little bit of the show as a kid, but it was a little bit before my time. I'm talking about He-Man Revelations.
Ooh,
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it, but I did not watch any.
It came
did
out
not
in
look good.
2021?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not heard of this. No.
It's been a long year, hasn't it? So just sort of a basic quick rundown. There's the good guy, He-Man. He's like guarding this all-powerful source of power from Skeletor, the bad guy. Right?
Oh, yeah, I know Skeletor.
And that's kind of the power struggles. He's
Sure.
protecting the power. Skeletor wants the power. Okay. He-Man Revelations. He-Man's like stepping down. He's like, okay, we need like a successor or whatever.
Can I interrupt you? Is this live action or is
No,
this...
it's animated.
It's animated. Okay.
Yeah. And he like has a successor who's
like-
supposed to
like passing the torch
yeah,
kind of a thing.
I forget her name. It's like it starts with a T. I think it's like Tila, something like that.
She-Man.
But that joke has actually been made a lot because this chick is very masculine, you know. But she steps in, like loses Castle Grayskull in a day. Like it's like Skeletor just takes over, and
She's just like, oh, whoops.
and
Hi,
like
B.
I feel like she's very like complainy and like
That's
she
weird.
she like blames He-Man for dying, like oh, you shouldn't have died and left us here alone, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like and it's very woke.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
So I mean, of course, there's a lot of shows that do that and whatever. But I think the thing that drove the nail into the coffin for this show was that He-Man fans like wrote to the creators and were like, "Hey, this is kind of garbage," and he like went on stream and like flipped him off and was just like, "No,
Really? What?
Like, yeah, no." He was just like, "You guys are wrong. Screw you." Like.
Wow.
So it's
he-
not getting another season.
He like tripled down and was just like, all of the fans are stupid.
So just like would not listen to the fan.
No.
Like, and I mean, there's a difference between like like blocking out the negative haters and like
Exactly.
ignoring a fan base altogether, and that's when you just really miss the mark.
I think that, and like, of course, the He-Man fans just completely like they started commenting on all his videos, just like down voting or whatever, and just
Then they got rid of the dislike.
put him into the ground. Oh, man.
I think that also happened this year.
that did that just a couple months ago, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's wild. I did not know any of that
yeah,
happened.
there you go.
Holy cow. I'll do mine real quick.
Okay.
Mine's going to be quick.
Don't steal mine.
I won't. I promise. I promise I won't steal yours. So this was kind of a hard subject because it's almost like video games. If it's a bad show or a bad game, I just don't watch it or play it.
See, like I didn't even finish He-Man, but
Yeah,
that was a
like-
big enough fiasco that was like,
Yeah. But there was one show I watched from beginning to end because I wanted just to finish it. And I hated every second of it. And I don't know why I did. And the reason it's my worst show is because when I saw the trailer, I got super hyped. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
oh,
You know,
I think I know what you're talking about.
This just looks so interesting. And then you watch the show, and it's not really about the trailer. I'll stop teasing you. The show's called Panic.
Yeah.
And I believe it
I told you to
yeah.
watch that one.
It premiered on Amazon. And the best way to describe it is it's like a really high school drama,
It's just
kid-friendly Saw. That's kind of it.
it's Double Dog Dare, pretty much.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
these kids each year get together and they play the Panic games, and it's all these like twisted games where people get hurt and you like, I don't know, kind of like dark humor, or not dark humor, but like dark vibes with like
Right.
the Saw and stuff like that. They didn't focus on that at all. They focused on just love drama. And
Okay.
it was honestly like I was watching an episode of like Riverdale. It was
Yeah.
it
So there's like a Saw challenge going on in the background, and she's like, "You don't even listen to me, Becca."
Yeah, and most of the challenges would get interrupted by the police, and like they have like these structured rules on like these are how the games are played every year, and they make probably 50 exceptions, and there's probably
Yep.
50 plot holes, and oh wait, you're back in the game. Oh wait, anyway. Oh wait, I love him. It was just a bunch of teenage hormonal
Trash.
mess, and it was so predictable. There were so many plot holes. I won't get into all of them. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. Probably not because I don't want to. But anyway, terrible movie or terrible show. Don't watch it. It's good to you.
Best, worst, TV show, in my opinion, WandaVision.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I
didn't even start
tried so many times to watch it. I have watched the first episode. This is garbage. Go watch second episode. This is garbage. Watch like first few minutes of the next episode. This is garbage. Skip like a few more episodes forward. Still garbage. End up rewatching pretty much all of it. And I'm just like,
You gave it a lot of chances, there, dude.
I gave it like
Yeah.
10 chances. Utter garbage. Like, which sucks because like I really like Wanda as a character. You know, as an Avenger, whatnot. But
Vision's cool.
same with Vision, yeah. But they just did him so dirty. Way
So
more
why?
dirty than they did in like Loki. For Loki.
So what about WandaVision turned you off?
Well, so it's like when you go in, and it's like a black and white sitcom type,
Yeah.
laugh track type show.
Yeah, it's like I Love Lucy, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it's all these little like I get it. It's where she's like she's lost
Right.
vision and all this stuff, and maybe a kid. And I can't remember, but like all of it is just I hated it. It could not get me in.
Was it just boring? Was it just a slow roll?
Boring, slow burn, like nothing. And like I skipped all the way forward, watched the finale, was like, oh, garbage.
You're just like, this could have been a phone call.
It was just I thought they could have done so much better.
That's
But
interesting because I think a lot of people actually liked the show.
Tons of people loved it.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Or I don't know anymore, but like when the first 3 episodes were airing, people were all. I mean, I do a lot of collectibles. People were collecting the toys. People were pretty hyped on this show. I personally thought it looked kind of boring. I stayed away from it.
Normally,
but-
I love everything Marvel, but holy cow, this is the one exception with anything Marvel that I just don't care for. Nothing.
What about Loki?
Loki was interesting.
It was better.
It was better. It was a lot better. than WandaVision.
Okay.
I didn't
So much
like
better.
Loki, but I didn't watch WandaVision, so
Fair enough.
I mean, like, I'm of the same opinion as you. I just couldn't get through it. But my friend tells me, he's like, yeah, the first is is really bad, but like you have to watch it for the end,
Yeah.
especially with the new Doctor Strange movie coming up. Like that's very relevant,
And
he says.
Also,
So-
what if?
and relevant in What If.
So let me ask you this: just talking about WandaVision, do you think that Wanda, like, we'll take Vision and the other character, Scarlet Witch? Do you think they needed a TV show, or do you
No.
think that they just did the TV show wrong?
They did not. I mean, I could see why it would be enticing to have a TV show, just because,
So you think that there could be a standalone WandaVision if they did it better?
like, if they just did like a WandaVision movie, probably would have been better.
Okay.
But I feel like it. I don't know.
I
just-
personally feel like there just didn't need to be
There didn't.
content on that. Like, same with Hawkeye. It's just, I don't think we need every single character needs a spin-off. It's just there's not enough substance there.
Well, and it's the
to-
same thing in my opinion as
I know it was boring, so
Agent, like, did you guys ever watch Agents of Shield?
I didn't. No.
So I
No,
watched
me
the
neither.
whole thing. I liked it, but towards the end, it's the whole content just tanked. First little bits were pretty cool, but then they go to outer space. They jump back in time in outer space, like all
just
this
like-
stuff.
So it got like
kinda
too
like,
convoluted.
What are we doing?
And it was
here?
just, there's a thing in TV shows where, after it goes on too long, there's nothing you cannot do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main characters are either too powerful or whatever, and it's just, I don't know.
Interesting.
But I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think there's a time and place for it, and it was fine. And I think they finally realized that after they canceled it.
Hmm.
Interesting.
But I don't think WandaVision should have been a
Yeah,
TV show.
I agree. I think it was just it's a cash grab.
So what about video games?
What about them?
What about them?
Dude,
Indeed.
it was such a
Dry
it was a-
year.
It was a dry year for video, in my opinion, for video games.
Tell me about it.
I'm trying to think. Did I buy a video game this year? I don't think I did.
I bought one.
What was that?
Should we?
A Way Out. No,
Was that this year? You're
No.
thinking It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Same creators.
That's right. Yeah. So me and Chase actually played that game together. It was really good.
It was really long.
It looked fun. It looked trippy, funky.
Well, I think you just saw the one part.
Oh, did I just see the
Whoa!
Oh, that's funny.
But it's really fun. It's like a puzzle game that you have to like work together to get divorced.
To like get back to your regular life with your creepy daughter.
No, it's funny. So my wife heard about that game and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. We should play it together." Because like a cute little couple game. And I was like, "Ooh, me and Chase are playing that."
Sorry.
Beat you to it, kid.
But it was way longer than A Way Out. Holy cow.
Was it?
It felt so much longer.
I don't think so.
It felt longer?
It felt longer because it took us longer to play. But A Way Out, we just busted out in like
One night.
but it was like one full night.
That's true.
Like 8 hours straight.
Holy cow.
It was long.
Whew.
But I think we did A Way Out also this year.
No way.
It was either this year and last year.
It had to have been like it was before all the coronavirus stuff, so it was like
I can't remember.
pre 2020.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
But that's the only game I think I bought.
I for the most part, like I play games that I already know I like, and I'm
That's the
starting.
problem.
I feel like I'm kind of starting to evolve as far as games go. Like I play on my computer, and I'll play on my VR headset. Not so much like controller in hand.
Oh,
games.
I got the VR this year.
Was that this year?
Yeah, and the Walking Dead game.
Oh yeah.
So that and Demeo. What, did that? I think that
Demeo.
came out.
Demeo, yeah.
Demeo. I think that came out this year too.
I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
It came out this year for me. So
Yeah. I actually just picked up Halo Infinite recently.
That's been really.
Barf. Sorry, I hate Halo.
It's been taken off. I've been hearing good things.
It's not bad actually. Like even if you're just playing like the single player, like just the campaign, it's like sort of an open world type deal. I think it's pretty fun. I have very, very limited FPS experience. So every time I get into like a multiplayer lobby, I just get owned. But
Nice.
but I can see the appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
another one that actually just recently dropped was Riot's Ruined King. It's like it's like an RPG.
I don't know anything about it, but
If you're into that sort of game, it's a very fun game. Like the story is really interesting. I feel like Riot kind of wrapped up their whole Ruined King event last year, or maybe it was this year. I think it was earlier this year. They wrapped up their whole Ruined King event where Viego was like taking everything over, and they had to like stop him. And then they released the game where Viego was taking over, and then you had to stop him. So I felt like it was a bit off that maybe they should have released that at the beginning of the event, but I guess they didn't want to give the ending away.
that makes sense.
But those are kind of the new games that I've been playing, and both of them are pretty good.
I don't think I played any bad ones either.
Again, bad games are hard to come by because you usually just don't pick up games that don't appeal to you. So I
I
it's
feel
hard
like you
to,
can
like-
tell a bad game
unless
from the cover. Most
unless
times.
it's something that's been super hyped and it is kind of a letdown. I don't know if this counts, but like Diamond and Pearl got re-released, so that was pretty cool.
Okay.
But again, that was made a long time ago.
So is it just straight up Diamond and Pearl,
Yeah.
but with new graphics?
It just on the Switch, yeah.
Okay.
And like, your Pokemon follows you around. It's kind of more the like Switch aspect where it's like 3D ish. Does that make sense? Yeah, kind of a lackluster year for games.
It's been a
but
real drought for video games.
I'm thinking next year it's gonna really pick up because everything kind of got delayed with the pandemic pretty hard, and I think now we're gonna start getting some really big heavy hitters coming out. But again, I don't know. I don't really play video games anymore. Anyway, that was our end of year recap of 2021. The hits, the misses. I don't know. Let us know. Did we get it wrong? Did we get it right?
Probably.
Yeah, we probably we're super opinionated. Put down in the comments what did you guys think was the best and worst movie of 2021, and
And don't forget to like and subscribe for our giveaway.
That's right.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh.
Gosh.
I stole it from him.
Thanks for joining.
Bye now.